of November on the occasion of the glorious 53rd National Day. During the first session of the 8th term, members of the State Council take oath of office and elect the two deputy chairmen of the Council. A specialist from public and private sectors review in Muscat the modern technologies in the geographic information systems field. And an introductory meeting reviews the policies and benefits provided by the Social Security law to families and individuals. Thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, will preside over the military parade, which will be held on Saturday at Adam Air Base in the Governorate of Dakhiliya on the occasion of the glorious 53rd National Day. Taking part in the military parade are symbolic units and music bands representing the forces of the Royal Army of Oman, Royal Air Force of Oman, Royal Navy of Oman, Royal Guard of Oman, the Sultan Special Force, Royal Oman Police and Royal Court Affairs, in addition to joint military music bands. The parade will be attended along with His Majesty by their Highnesses, their Excellencies, the Ministers, their Excellencies Chairman of the State and Shura Councils, advisors, commanders of Sultan's Armed Forces, military and security apparatus, heads of diplomatic missions accredited to the Sultanate of Oman, honorable members of the State Council, their Excellencies members of the Shura Council, the undersecretaries of the ministries and governors, retired military commanders, honorable judges, members of public prosecution, their excellencies, the ambassadors at the foreign ministry, their excellencies, the walis, sheikhs, and other dignitaries in the governorate of Dakhiliya. The parade will also be attended by military attaches at the embassies of friendly and brotherly countries in the Sultanate of Oman, senior military officers, senior officials in the state, a number of senior retired officers, a number of officers and non-commissioned officers, personnel of Sultan's Armed Forces, and other military and security bodies in the state. The State Council held its first session for the first annual convening of the 8th term. The session included taking the oath of office for the 86 honorable members and electing Honorable Salim bin Musallam Qatan and Honorable Sheikh Dr. Hilal bin Ali Al-Hinai as the two deputy chairmen of the council, in addition to electing members of the office and committees. In his opening speech, His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al-Khalili, chairman of the State Council, said that the contents of the royal speech of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq on the occasion of the opening of the first annual convening of the 8th term of the council are considered a clear roadmap that has drawn the future of the next stage for the Sultanate of Oman in general and for the Council of Oman in particular. The Shura Council held its first regular session of the first annual convening of the 10th term. The session witnessed the formation of the Council's office through the election of the 6 members who completed the office's membership for half of its first term, in addition to the election of committee chairs and their deputies. During the session, the state's general budget draft for the fiscal year 2024, referred by the Council of Ministers, was also briefed. The course of bilateral relations between the Sultanate of Oman and Iran was reviewed when His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed al-Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, received in his office today His Excellency Ali Najafi, Ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Iran, accredited to the Sultanate of Oman. At the beginning of the meeting, His Excellency, the Minister of the Royal Office, welcomed His Excellency, the Ambassador, who expressed his thanks and appreciation for the positions of the Sultanate of Oman towards many regional and international issues. During the interview, cordial talks were exchanged and a number of topics of common interest were discussed. In the first Oman Equality Day 2023 event, the Military Technological College reviewed the achievements and success it has achieved in the field of quality education, modern technologies, and teaching and administrative methods. The Omani Society for Quality in Higher Education presented the most important national roles and achievements in the field of quality in higher education, their participation in the regional and international forums, and the most important academic methods followed in accordance with the highest standards. The participants also presented their group of specialized research papers on a number of topics related to governance and management, effective cooperation between higher education institutions and the industrial sector, and continuous development and innovation. The ceremony was held under the auspices of Her Excellency Dr. Rahma bint Ibrahim Al Mahruqiyya, Minister of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. In conjunction with the World Geographic Information Systems Day, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning organized a forum under the title The World Geographic Information Systems Day. The forum witnessed the participation of over 400 participants from public and private sectors and welcomed specialists in the field of geographic information systems, smart cities, and geospatial technologies. The event aimed to create a platform for exchanging knowledge and expertise on geographic information systems and their contribution to the research. It also sought to introduce the public to this field. The Special Protection Fund organized its first direct meeting to introduce social protection benefits and the mechanisms for registering to obtain them as regulated by the Social Protection Law. The meeting dealt with introducing the social protection system, which includes programs and policies aimed at providing protection for individuals and families from the risk of the life cycle from childhood to old age, and talking about the benefits included in the social protection law, which are the benefits of orphans and widows and the benefits of persons with disabilities, the family income support benefit, the childhood benefit, and the elderly benefit, as well as the registration mechanism for obtaining these programs and benefits and the conditions for obtaining them. You are watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin, Omani Messengers of Peace 3 Symposium highlights the contribution of Omanis in spreading Islam to East Asia and China. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The elimination of the mosquito plant in the wilayas of North Al-Batin Governorate and the rainwater drainage project in the wilayah of Sohar were among the most prominent topics discussed at the meeting of North Al-Batin Municipal Council. The meeting reviewed the locations and details of the schools scheduled to be established in 2023 in the wilayas of Al-Khabura, Saham and Shinas. Various responses from different government bodies regarding previous proposals were also discussed. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Mohammed bin Sulaiman Al-Kindi, Governor of North Al-Batin, head of the Municipal Council. The Governorate of Al Buraimi witnessed the start of the Entrepreneurship Week. The event is organized by the Small and Medium Enterprises Directorate in Al Brahmi in cooperation with Al Brahmi University College. The Entrepreneurship Week includes a variety of activities such as workshops and exhibitions for craftsmen, young entrepreneurs, productive families and college students. The topics discussed in the workshop cover essential concepts in entrepreneurship, innovation, sustainability and digital transformation. The annual event seeks to instill concepts of entrepreneurship and innovation among college students and Omani business owners to become self-reliant and productive individuals. The Directorate General of Health Services in the Musandam Governorate organized a symposium to spread awareness on the importance of organ donation. The symposium included 4 presentations to familiarize the community with the National Organ Transplant Program. During the symposium, the National Organ Transplant Program, its objectives and past achievements were discussed. The life-saving program seeks to replenish the country's organ reservoirs by encouraging individuals to take part in organ donation. The Endowments and Religious Affairs Office in the Wilaya of Bohla held the Omani Messengers of Peace 3 Symposium at the Oman Across Age Museum, highlighting the contribution of Omanis in spreading Islam to East Asia and China. More details coming up in this report.
In tribute to the tremendous historical roles of Omanis in spreading Islam and peace to East Asia and China, the Endowments and Religious Affairs Office in the Wilaya of Bahla held the Omani Messengers of Peace 3 Symposium at the Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah.
Omanis have great role in everywhere in the world, especially in the East Asia. For example, in Peking there is an Omani mosque, Al-Masjid Al-Omani in Peking until now. And you can see even when the president of China came to the Gulf last year, in his word he said he appreciated the role of Omanis, and especially the first Omani that has traveled from Oman to China in the first or the second century of Islamic calendar, and he initiated the first relationship between Oman and China. In Japan as well, there is an effort there, especially in Tokyo. And in Singapore, there is a road called Muscat Road, Sharia Muscat, which is until now, and His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has supported that road. And it's really great when you visit these countries and see the effort of Omanis until now there.
The dialogue session of the symposium was titled A Testimony to History, highlighting the Omani cultural influence on various countries of the world, East Asia and China in particular.
The Omanis were pioneers and messengers to the message that from the Arabian Peninsula and from the Islamic center world, the message was carrying by the Omanis that time are multiple between Islam and also merchants. The Omanis were carrying this message to get a close relationship with those important factors or countries in that world, in Asia, especially China. And we discovered during my mission in China, a lot of contacts took place in the centuries 16 and 15 and others even before that time. That's the reason you find the history between Oman and China and other Asian countries are deeply recorded and being implemented today to the whole universities and other culture centers in that world.
The working papers dealt with the historical dimension of the Omani role in the countries of East Asia, the direct role of Omanis in spreading Islam in East Asia, and the Omani cultural expansion in East Asian countries after the entry of Islam. The discussions brought at the seminar highlighted the historic and prestigious roles of Omani people as messengers of love, peace, and harmony to the world. from Oman Across Ages Museum in the Wilaya of Manah, صالح بو خلفان الرحبي الداخلية Governorate.
From Bulla there, Saleh, thank you very much. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, the Supreme Commander, is to preside over the military parade on Saturday, the 18th of November, on the occasion of the glorious 53rd National Day. During the first session of the 8th term, members of the State Council take the oath of office and elect the 2 deputy chairmen of the council. Specialists from the public and private sectors review in Muscat the modern technologies in the geographic information systems field. And an introductory meeting reviews the policies and benefits provided by the Social Security law to families and individuals. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman Television. From me and the entire news team, we thank you for joining us, wish you a pleasant evening and good night.